Previously on Even Heroes Bleed.
He looks down at me and I look up to him. You know my partner actually controls metal, right?
I like the Norse voodoo angle myself.
One, they're working with the Russians.
Well, I guess these chicken quesadillas can wait a second.
We've already won the battle, even if they escape and all of that. We've won everything we've set out to do. We've smashed their safe house. We've beat the blue blazes out of them. And there's nothing we're going to do to take out Wotan in combat. This is just a question of how it finishes up, and I'm trying not to end up with us spattered all over the parking lot.
No, I'm actually showboating, so they're focused.
So they're not tearing me to shreds, and I appreciate that.
It's my job.
He has invulnerability and iron will.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh, and I forgot he's very cold. He has a frostbite of 4. But oh well, I'll remember that if there is.
In fairness, that 4 is not going to really hurt me.
Yeah, and you were the only one with basic.
How much invulnerability does he have?
He has invulnerability of 6 and iron will of 4.
So the invulnerability won't kick in for another 4 APs of time after he was dropped, or 1 minute, which is scary. He's getting near the point he's getting back. He gets an invulnerability check to try and get back up.
Not that near. Rounds are 4 seconds.
Nearer than I'd like. Before either the kid or I get a regeneration.
Well, yeah, rounds are AP 0, so they're 4 seconds.
And we've done, since he's gone down, we're on
It's been like 3 rounds. Yeah. Well, 2, 3 rounds, yeah.
2. I'm saying 2.
No, in fairness, we're trying to bug out here, no pun intended, so...
Oh, every pun intended. You did that on purpose. You said iron will, right? That's not relevant to this because we're not trying to use mind control or empathy or anything on him.
Okay, that's right. That's okay. So that's right. I gave him some mental mind power resistance.
Yeah.
I fit in with this spiritual entity and its history. Bug, did you spit out a initiative to me yet?
I thought I did, but in case I didn't, it didn't change. It's 18.
No, I'm sure you did. I just didn't hear it. Warren you're not conscious yet, are you? I don't think.
No. So, I'm going to go grab Jason Todd there where he got pushed through the wall.
You keep getting new names every time you talk about
you. Go down the whole list, yeah.
So I'm going to... And I'm
go grab Eddie Brock and...
To his credit, I guess to her credit, I never told her my name, so, you know, it is
Well, I'm getting every teenage sidekick who gets... Yeah. I'm going to go grab Jubilee there, and we're out of there. We're headed off to, I believe... We're within a couple of blocks of it. The same kind of minute clinic I took Bug to after his first battle where he got so thrashed. And I'm going to float him into the clinic without entering myself.
In the amount of time it takes you there, you might be able to see his regeneration, so you might be able to talk yourself out of that.
I think that's very reasonable, but that his regeneration within that time period could wake him up. So we might as well just say yes, so we can have that type of interaction. That leaves... on the field of battle, Bug, Fenris, and Militia.
I will do a dramatic pause and make as much eye contact as I possibly can. This is our city. You keep this up and we keep coming for you. And then I will Superman out of there. Switch my powers and just rocket into the sky.
That clears you from combat. Wotan is literally probably the only character that could try to contest this, and Wotan has not recovered yet.
The lightning guy, in fairness, might get a shot at me if you want to take it. There are pretty definite penalties to it, but keep in mind that because I'm flying, my invulnerability drops dramatically.
Yes.
So he could get lucky.
I gotta see some doubles here.
Yeah, I mean, I love my powers, but I also want to embrace the bad side of my powers too, you know?
16 sounds like we got to crunch numbers.
We do have to crunch numbers because I still have my dex is the same, so it's a 7. But there's the distance modifiers that you're using. So 16 still might miss.
It does. Just barely. The crackling of ozone is too close for comfort, but no damage.
And then I will fly away in whatever direction I'm facing, because it doesn't really matter much at this point. I'm just getting away.
So Bard Allen wakes up while I'm flying him out of there?
Kind of, and just straining and, grab, like, freaking out, first of all. Are you cradling me like a baby?
No, you are just floating near me. I'm not very physically strong at all.
Okay.
You are actually going to be suspended by wire that is wrapped around you.
All right. Well, yeah, he kind of, at first, he wakes up, but is just in pain still and kind of coughing up blood a little bit. And
taking you to treatment, kid. Hang on.
I'll be all right.
You know you got blown through walls. You didn't stop at the first wall. You were blown through a second wall.
These things tend to just mull over.
Okay.
But to be fair, this is probably the worst I've been through.
You with the feds?
No.
What, you just happen to be eating tacos and stumble in?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, Red Robin, let's go have a conversation. Bug will know where to find us.
Red Robin.
They call me Metal.
Metal. Nice.
And I take him back to the loft. If he says he's going to be okay, it's okay with me.
Not Bankhurst, Westhurst.
Okay.
Which is west of Bankhurst a little bit, on the east side of Le Mestre Park. And that's where Metal has her loft. A styly. She's got money. She's got a pretty chill pad.
Cool. By that point,
does he look okay? Does he look like he's about to die? He's having a delusion? Do I need to take him for a doctor anyway? Might also get a regeneration check. I'm being bitten by the Fenris wolf.
Yeah, once you fall out of combat,
yep.
If you have even small regeneration, it gets ludicrously fast.
Okay.
By the time you get with 5 APs, he gets a recovery every 2 minutes. Just deciding what to do will probably give him 5 recoveries.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, he's standing remarkably from the punishment that you saw and that you witnessed he took.
You're not with the Nazis. You're not with the government. And you don't even know who we are, right?
I mean, is Bug standing there also?
No, Bug
is solving his own problems.
He would have seen you guys on TV during the Black Lives Matter march that descended into chaos and death and gunfire and bloodshed. You recognize her from these characters kind of from that. At least Metal. Yeah.
Okay, so they're kind of local superheroes. I mean, they're locally known superheroes. Okay, I'll.
A lot of speculation on whether they're registered enhanced entities or not. That's not really clear to the general public.
I'll kind of.
You would be concerned that Metal may be part of the feds.
And in fairness, there are no clear shots of Metal.
Work hard that there's no clear shots of me. That's right.
Right. There's probably some blurry shots of somebody in their boiler suit, but Bug is not so shy. You've seen Bug in many a gunfight, wrestling cars, dropped off buildings. There's many shots of those.
Metal sets up GoPros. If given a chance ahead of time or whenever to pick up
totally stolen from 70s Spider-Man, absolutely. Lending a camera to the wall, yeah.
I don't know if we're supposed to do this really, but are you a cop? Just want to ask, just preface.
Am I a cop?
Are you in the feds or a cop? I'm sorry,
Oh, no, I'm not with the feds. I do a little work with them because we need their help sometimes, but I'm definitely not with them. I'm also not with the Russian mob, even though we work with them. I'm not with the women's shelter. We work with them. And I'm not with a very, very large number of insects, and I'm not sure why that we work with them, but we do.
Bug, that's right. Bug attracts insects. So whenever he shows up, there's always like ants or things that start to gather around his feet and start crawling all over him.
Does Bug also, whenever he alters his powers, does he like physically mutate? So if he goes to fly, does he actually grow wings, or is it more just he takes on the abilities? Okay.
The more I take on the abilities, the more I use my powers, the more bugs coalesce around me. That's actually independent of my powers. So whatever bugs don't even matter to what powers, just whatever bugs happen to be nearby start to really like me the more I use my powers. But cool. I don't look any different.
So if you make a flying entrance over to the loft, Bug, by the time you get there, you'd have just a a swarm of dragonflies behind you following?
No, because they don't match the powers. They're just local. Whatever's closest to me.
Oh.
So,
which is why he stays in the patio.
It drops off dramatically when I stop using my powers. But by the time I get to the patio, there's probably very few bugs kept up with me, but almost instantly as I land, there's like there's the ant problem that Metal's got to deal with.
Yeah, and generally at the loft, it seems to be that ants.
I will land and shut down and wave through the window, wait for the bugs to... I will disperse the bugs before I come inside.
Kid, what does your mother call you? I'm not asking your name for your fan club.
My name's... Here, and I'll kind of just take my mask off, hold out my hand.
Okay.
I'm fairly certain you're one of the good guys, so my name's Warren.
Warren, well...
Can I come in at this moment?
Of course.
We'll walk out at this moment.
Yeah, I will, hold up my hand. Yeah, good-ish. And I'll give a big old smile to as I pull off my own mask.
Yeah, we're not the Justice League, but this isn't a Justice League kind of world. We're just trying to keep the violence down. We're trying to keep people from getting killed, and Bug wants to talk everybody out of their bad attitudes and bad ideas, but I don't think he's ever actually succeeded at that.
Not even once.
Yeah, you guys are pretty awesome. I liked. What you have magnetism because you're metal control. That's pretty sweet. I turn to Bug and say, "You're a bug guy." That's awesome.
I give you a big thumbs up. And...
Our friend Bug is probably the only thing in the world as tough as Wotan, or at least that I've seen. And essentially, we just very nearly tore his head off, and he just had to go back for a shower. That was not the end of him. He's going to have more troops by the time we find him again because he just makes them.
Yeah, but I get the impression that led to a bloodbath. He only had 50% converts, and the converts are impressive on a street level kind of concept, but they weren't much in a fight versus me. However, the ritual he did on Fenris was kind of impressive. But we've seen him do that before with Jury.
Poor Jury.
Poor
Jury has superpowers for 2 hours, gets his ass kicked 3 times.
Yep, and his flame thing is continuous, so the FBE may have him on ice, but they can't get an ID off of him.
So on that thought, it's time to do my video editing, and so Warren, I got some things I've got to take care of quickly here. You and Bud want to have a conversation while I'm doing my video stuff. That's cool. I'm going to see Shamrock is always my first choice. If not, I'll take my other news contacts. I trim up the video so that my face doesn't appear in it. Is Shamrock available? Someone I can send to, or her camera available?
No, Shamrock is unavailable. She is on assignment.
She's in her deep cover thing.
Yep. And Elias Sutton was the cameraman for Shamrock.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see if I can reach Elias Sutton. No?
And we were able to pass along our numbers so she can call us if she needs us, because I'm really worried about because she's actually doing real journalism that gets you put your neck out, which I respect, but it's not a safe gig.
So I call the station manager, if that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, can I get the station manager on the phone?
What is it about?
Well, I've sold some stuff to that really cool girl Shamrock, and she likes superhero footage, and we just saw that white supremacist guy that never ever mellows out. Oh my God, does that guy need some edibles? But we just watched him get his ass kicked by that bug guy, and I thought, I don't know, if she didn't have it, maybe you'd want the footage.
Are you saying you got footage of the
big fight at the churchyard?
The big fight at the churchyard?
And that guy metal through a truck. You should have seen it. He's scary.
We would love to get some footage on that.
Oh, I totally have some, but well, Shamrock, she kind of she's paid for the last couple of parties, if you know what I mean.
Well, depending on how good the coverage is gonna, what you got. A few fleeting shots, maybe a couple of $100. I don't know. It depends on what you have.
Well, I got some stuff that's really good. let me send it to you, and I'll trust you this one time, because if you, like, screw me on this, I'm sure there's another TV guy somewhere that'll pay me good money. Because really, you know how hard it is to set up a rave? Oh my God, it's so expensive.
Yeah. Is it something you can send us? Can you
Oh, like totally. And I
email
email
it
him
or
the
something?
footage that I've been editing.
Okay. They give you an email address to send it. He's willing to stay on the phone with you while they download it and take a look if you
Totally.
want.
Like that guy Metal, you know who I mean? The guy that like throws the cars and stuff?
Yeah. We've seen some footage on that.
Well, I think that like he's Shamrock's buddy and he's worried about her. Is she like okay?
Shamrock does what Shamrock does, and she said she had some a story to work on, and we let her do her thing. So no, she hasn't been in touch, but we know she's on a hot story. She always
Okay,
is on a
well,
hot story.
like, well, don't get me wrong. I'm not like the superhero type or anything, because really, I'm just super good at drinking. But,
And then the station manager who's talking to you gets pushed aside for a second on this guy, Daniel Petty, eyewitness action news reporter, is like, I'm definitely the top reporter around here, and I'm happy to fill in while Shamrock's gone. I'd love to get some of this footage on my on the eyewitness news this evening.
okay, but like, make sure she gets the credit. But hey, check it out. If she's like being held in a basement by a supervillain or something, the big guy Bug, he wants to go rescue her because he's into that. But like, so if she's like captured or something, you gotta let him know.
Okay, we have no reason to believe at this time that Shamrock is in any danger. She does take some risks, but you know,
Okay, just like the
she's just
super
trying to
types, they
get off
really
in
dig
that
her.
Saturday or Sunday evening slot with Conspiracy Count. She hates doing that show.
Oh, like totally. So do you guys think this is worth the money?
Yeah. And the Daniel Petty goes, oh, I think this it's good for $1,000. We're happy to write you a voucher
Oh,
for $1,000.
I think you're totally screwing me, and I'm gonna give this to other people unless you can actually give me some real numbers. Because by the time you get in the air, it's gonna be everywhere, and you're gonna lose your exclusive if you don't stop being a dick to me.
Mm-hmm. You can hear him put his hand. He puts his hand over the phone, and there's talk. There's some mumbling talk between him and the station manager. And he's like, "Yeah, we can go to $3,000. This is one of our top. This is top good stuff. We're willing to give you something off the top. And the
Okay, that's a
premium, the
deal.
premier tier."
That's cool. That's a deal. Um, and I hope she's okay. And have a good news, okay, guys? Bye.
Burner phone gone.
Okay, for another phone.
Sorry, I like to have a good news. That was such a great. Have a good news. What does that even mean?
So, Red Streak there. I didn't mention your name, but you're gonna show up. Whatever media image you want or names you want to throw or however you want to do it, you're gonna be at least a little famous.
Oh, cool. Maybe I could. Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on. You know what I just realized? I never got my order from Taco Bell.
I was just gonna order some poke bowls.
I could run and go get those for you. Sorry, but I'm getting sidetracked.
I like that. Bud's like thumbs towards him. I like the new guy.
Yeah. That $6 order, that cuts into your $20 a week budget or whatever.
Come on, college kid.
Right. So you do whatever makes sense to you, super fast, ultra distracted guy.
You know what I just realized about you? I realized that you're a girl, and when I see you, I've seen you on TV, and Metal I thought was a guy.
You're supposed to think Metal's a guy.
Sorry, it threw me off there.
Well, I've got a day job that doesn't work so well if my face is plastered on television.
Right. No, I mean you look good. You really pull off those costume.
Hey, thanks, kid. You need to pick a name, and you need to be able to complete a sentence, I think. You have to work on your sentences here. But,
I think you and I are going to get along very well.
Good. So, like I said, this is a world short on good guys. Bug wants to save everybody in his own weird, distracted way, which I think is about right, Bug.
Yeah, I mean, most people who aren't Nazis are overall decent people trying to
Which is not a high bar to clear.
We have set the bar pretty low.
To be a good guy. Just don't be a Nazi werewolf.
But here's the thing. We've got gang violence in this town, and it's nasty. And as long as people are killing each other, they're not buying and selling. I want a world where people can buy and sell whatever it is they want without anybody interfering. You know, the IRS, the DEA, violent thugs. I'm just in the merchandise business. And we're just trying to stop the violence. And the nut job with the blue fire seems to be the guy that's stoking the violence. And we've managed to, while taking a hell of a beating ourselves, hand him out some real drawbacks, some real fallbacks. And I think Bug's figured out where they're coming from. And I'm a little reluctant to attack them at their Bible camp in the hills because, I don't know, there's likely to be 8-year-olds with Bibles there that don't deserve this kind of debris. We're trying to find a way, and we have some idea about a magic ceremony that invokes Wotan, and another thing called, was it Afro-violence?
Afro-brutality.
Afro-brutality. It's all this native spirit stuff we're still trying to figure out. And I don't know if you're passing through town or if you want to join the feds or where you're going, but we are literally just trying to keep people from being killed in the street.
Yeah, I haven't been, I don't know if it's very apparent, probably is to you, but I haven't been doing the superhero thing for a while, or for a long time now, and I'm pretty new to it still, but I want to prove myself to people that are close to me, and I want to help. So I do actually live here. I live in the city. I go to insert name of community college.
I could give you that. It's Capital City State College.
Okay.
And
I see how it is.
While you guys are chatting, I'll look up for the location for that.
Yeah, I go to Capital City State. So.
Oh yeah, I drop things off there sometimes.
Yeah, I live.
What, Adderall?
None of my business.
I don't ask.
Never look at the package.
So I guess just I could just say an apartment kind of near there. Would that be okay? Just to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I have an apartment not too far from it, but
Because you have wealth, don't you? At least some level of wealth.
Yeah, I've got wealth 4.
Yeah, wealth 4 is not bad at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just tried to get like a kind of part-time job, side gig, sort of wealth.
I take that back. Not Capital City State University, Capital City College. Built in the 1950s. City College is located in Riverside, which is right next to North Elmview, where Bug is from. And it is Riverside at the intersection of Day Avenue and South Jackson Street, right on the border of Forsyth and Freetown. Not prestigious. It's the second smallest of Capital City's 4 major colleges. Has an undergraduate enrollment of about 10,000.
So would it be fair to assume I live just an apartment off in Freetown somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the map right now.
Your rentals are going to be cheap in Freetown.
Cool.
It's a pretty.
Yeah, I live off in Freetown. Here I can, if you want, I can give you my number. Usually, I mean, this is the most intense thing I've ever done. I just kind of stop guys from stealing bikes off of, chains, bike racks.
You weren't at your best today. The guy that knocked you through the building has knocked both of us through a building too.
Yeah, you lost to somebody who there's really no shame to losing to. Like, literally no shame. We are punching way out of it.
It was also my first werewolf and walked away. That thing was terrifying.
I could have taken him, maybe.
So, looking back at our detective... Oh, I got one more call to make on the information side of it, but then I think I want to go back to chasing down where Wotan's coming from, right? We obviously broke up his ceremony and all of that. But if we want to chase him back to where the guns are coming from or the Bible camp or whatever, I go out to somewhere and it's, I'll be back, guys. Enjoy the lofts, delivery's coming. I fly out somewhere so I'm on a different cell tower, and I call our friend Bisbee Sharp at the FBEE.
He's an older dude than when you were talking to that. Oh God, I can't even remember his name right now. But anyways, yeah, Bisbee Sharp is your guy in charge these days. What are you're gonna call him?
Yep.
And what's the conversation about?
Sharp. You know who this is?
Yeah. You wouldn't have anything to do with the fiasco that happened in Moscow West this afternoon. That left blazing trucks and an almost collapsed church.
In abstract.
And about a body count, I've got like 10 dead militia.
How well do you know your mysticism? Do you have a department for that?
Mysticism? Yeah, no.
And we're still figuring out the pieces of it. But there is a Norse spirit that involves a certain amount of voodoo ritual. I don't know how we're connecting these. That is making ordinary gangster thugs into superhuman beings. And what you're seeing is the ones that didn't make the switch. The dead guys are the ones that are essentially, they try to transform them. And instead of becoming super thugs, become super dead. We tried to stop it.
Are you saying I got an army of enhanced entities running around this city right now?
I'm saying there's 10 of them. They tried to make it 20, and they just took a beating.
This is the Civil Guard.
Let me send you some pictures of it. Okay. Some of it's going to be on the news if you haven't seen it yet. But I also have additional footage than that.
Well, since we've gone toe-to-toe ourselves with the Civil Guard, I'm looking at possibly a headquarters for these guys in West Virginia, this Bible camp. We're considering sweeping in and doing a search and seizure type thing and try to, cut off the head of the snake, try to get this Rico guy in custody. Is that something you would be interested in helping us accomplish?
Yes, but I'm just the voice here. I'm not the super guy. Yes, they want to be involved in that, but they also don't want to be known commodities. And there's a new guy on the stream, the Red Streak. Have you seen him?
No.
Watch the news. You'll see the Red Streak today.
Is he a good guy, or do I got to worry about him too?
The Red Streak is a good guy so far. He looks like he's Bug's new apprentice.
Yeah, that Bug guy, I really want to get him in the med bay here and take a look at that guy.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. He can take a beating like nothing short of Wotan himself. I think that we can get on the same side on this. If we can have an agreement, everybody comes in on their own, everybody goes out on their own, and if you decide you're going to play unfair and decide that you're going to start throwing the nets over someone like Bug or Metal, I will still be out there and I will reveal all of your dirty shit that you have ever done in your life, and I will end your career if you decide that you're going to play badly.
He kind of laughs. He goes, "What kind of dirty shit do you think are you talking about? This is the FBEE."
Sure. And I'm sure you've got rivals for your position, and you've got a boss, and you've got new up-and-coming hotshots.
Many people are gunning for this position since the last director went missing about 5 days ago from the hospital, presumably dead or assassinated. So it's not a popular spot right now.
That I didn't hear about. So what you're saying is I don't have any reason to work with you because I have no reason to trust you? Is that what you're telling me?
No, I'm saying it shouldn't be a problem. I'm flying light these days. I need some firepower. And I don't got any.
I'll keep this number active. Although you won't be able to track it, I will get messages here. Send me, you can text me to it, let me know what's going on, and I'll get you some firepower for your assault. This number isn't gonna go anywhere but here, and if you try and trace it, I think it's just gonna go back to a bodega in Russian Town. But I have firepower for you as long as we're on the same side.
Do you think you guys can be available tomorrow morning up in West Virginia?
Probably, yes.
We're planning something early in the morning.
We'll make that work.